Buffalo area is paralyzed after blizzard conditions whipped through the area shortly before noon today. The combined effect of the Arctic temperatures and the strong winds between 40 and 60 degrees below zero.
And helicopters, 38 of them, are flying rescue and reconnaissance over western New York.
Buffalo gets visits from the governor, plows, equipment, and manpower from the Army and National Guard.
Governor Hugh Carey is requesting President Carter to declare Buffalo and Erie County a major disaster area. Hundreds of motorists have abandoned their automobiles to search for emergency shelter.
Stay in your car. All I can tell you is if you are stranded in your car, remain calm. There's a chance you could get killed out there.
Hey, and welcome everybody to what I'm calling the soft launch of Chenoo 77. We're going to do a party tonight at 9 o'clock. I know today is Halloween, so happy Halloween, everybody. And people are busy. They're getting costumes ready. If you got kids, you're getting ready for them because they're going to be out trick-or-treating today. But I thought, we'll do a soft launch at 1 o'clock, and then we'll do our official party at 9 and bring the gang in and have a great old time talking about Chenoo and monsters and comics and independent comics and all that kind of fun stuff. But thanks everybody that's in the chat who is taking the time out of their day to join us. And for those that are currently backing the project, it went live at 1 o'clock. I have to say that Indiegogo is really good at this new format here, where you set your time. You set your time and your date. You don't hit live when you need to go live and hope that it goes through like they used to do it. It's set, and man, at 1 o'clock, boom, notifications went out and everybody got them, and that was really cool. I like that. Of course, you have to sign up, follow, whatever we're calling it now. And then you would get that notification. But let's say hello to everybody who is here so far. We have some folks who have ported over from the 31 Days of Monsters, which we just completed not more than 20 minutes ago. We did our 31 days, and we ended on a high note of 1931's Frankenstein. So we have John Porton is here, Cisco Beast. Rick 1662, the Keep Games. Let's friggin' go. Hyped for more Chenoo with a side of Lazarus, perhaps. Yeah, it got pride out of me. Somebody asked if Mr. Lazarus if we were going to be seeing Mr. Lazarus anytime soon. The intent that, a new Joe Frankenstein book. There will be a new Joe Frankenstein book. It's just not on the schedule just yet. But there's a good chance Mr. Lazarus is going to make perhaps an appearance in Chenoo 77. The one thing about the Chenoo, says Rob Fellows, is that he has a good heart, usually one freshly ripped from someone's chest. That is true. That is true. What you guys think of that trailer? Good Stuff made that for me. I thought he did a great job. And Woking 666, he's looking forward to this. And if you've taken a look at the campaign there, buddy, yes, there is a bookmark. It is a stretch goal. I think it's the $10,000 stretch goals, which we should hit that pretty quickly, I should think. I always do a bookmark. Gotta have them. And it's a new bookmark too. It's really cool. There's a picture of it that's on the campaign. He should do a resin statue. The Keep Games is pushing resin statues. He just wants to paint them. PVC figure. Yeah, I used that animated piece that I had created using Grok. I had good stuff put that in there. Pity Ma is here. Hello, Pity Ma. Good to see you. Hi, hail Chenoo, Graham, and chat. You are awesome. Rick liked the trailer. Excellent. Paul Arts is here. He says, hail. JP Roca, what's good? Number 4. Frankie Ramon. Frankie Ramon says, Chenoo muscle figure. Oh, Mark Largent, backer number 1. Woohoo! Look at you. And right behind him, we have the helps Johnny. Helples Johnny. Helples Johnny. I hope I got that right. I should for backer number 2. You deserve that. Harold the Hacker's backer number 3. Snagged the collector's box. Nice. Rob Fellows says it's alive. It's alive. And the launch was smooth, right? Yeah. Yeah, there's a 24-hour. It's the CG Kings sketch cover, which is a 24-hour cover that starts at 1 o'clock today and ends at 1 o'clock tomorrow. After that, you can only get it if you get the Ultimate Collector's Box. It'll be in there for everybody who gets that. But it's open season on it right now for the next 24 hours. So it's an awesome cover. People watch me draw it live on the CG Kings, and grab one of that because it's going to be rare. JDC is in the process of backing it now. Awesome. Black Ice says, just pledged, got the Chenoo catch-up pack. Awesome. I already have the original, but who knows? Maybe I can share one of my copies with a future reader. I like the way you think, sir. Very nice. The Clark 6280 is here. He says, let's go. Hold on. It never fails. I've been working hard to get this launch going and everything. I've had to push it back a couple times to accommodate some folks. And then, of course, I come down sick with a cold. But we soldier on here at Compass Comics. Hell or high water, right? But if you see the mute button come up, I hope I can hit it fast enough so you don't have to see me sneeze. The Keep Game says, heck yeah, I wanna. He's also the owner of the original artwork for the 24-hour cover. I'm just saying. Let's see. Hannibal Grimm is here. He says, hey, Graham and homies, happy Halloween. Yeah, Marcus Calligrew has dropped in the link here for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. And we'll go over it in a minute. I just want to say hey to everybody. John Porton, hey, Graham, have you ever gone to Grand Cathedral Cigars in Tampa? One of my favorites. No, I haven't. Tampa's a great cigar town, though. I've been to Ybor City and got some cigars down there, but I could definitely spend a lot more time. Tom Tuttle is backer 36. You can count on my steel. Very good, Tom. Thank you. Comics Exposed is here. The Real Boom Slang says, oh, nice. Not going for the collector's box, but may change to get that special cover. Change, do it. Because the other thing is if and when, I like to be positive, when we hit the 6 figures young lady, 100K, 2 things are going to happen. One, there's going to be a special Chenoo 1776 cover by a guest artist, and there's also going to be a extra pages of story of Chenoo 1776, where the Chenoo is at the Battle of Trenton. That's when Washington crossed the Delaware and fought and defeated the German Hessians. But maybe he didn't do it alone. So that's going to be a really, really cool story. I can't wait to do it, and I'm hoping that we'll bang that number out quickly and get to 100K. Oh, and the point of that is that that cover automatically goes into the Ultimate Collector's Box. And then the other thing that's in the Ultimate Collector's Box that's not available anywhere, and that is the wraparound foil cover. It's the blood red cover of the Chenoo. It's super, super cool. We're going to put foil on it or metal or something to really make it special. And that's only in the box there. It's crazy how fast the backers came in. There were 2 when I backed, but I'm 29. Wow. I love it. Love the first book. Look forward to reading the second. Thank you. Yeah, this second story is going to be so cool. Because the Chenoo has a purpose here. He has a motivation that becomes very apparent in the story, and once you learn it, it's very terrifying. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I don't want to blow it. I really want to tell you, I really do, but I can't. Comics Exposed, thanks for clarifying the 24-hour cover, Graham. I've been looking forward to more Chenoo since the first book. Finally glad to be getting it. And thank you. No, I thank all you guys that support all of our independent efforts, so that we're not, beholden to the man, as it were. To be able to have creative freedom to tell cool stories that nobody else wants to do. My stuff is always kind of off kilter. I like to do things that you just don't see every day. And most of the books that I have published so far, many of them were offered to other publishers, big publishers, DC Comics, Dark Horse, Aftershock, you name it, and they all turned them down. And I thought, but these are great ideas. And so thanks to you guys in crowdfunding, you saw that they were great ideas and supported them. It's fantastic. Couldn't have done it without you. The Normie Nerd, woohoo, love the Chenoo and 31 Days of Monsters. Watched every day, but this is the first time able to comment. Oh, well, I'm glad. Yeah, I didn't see your name pop up too much in the chat, so it's good to know you were out there. JDC got in. He's backer 52. Beautiful. I think they charge on the new Indiegogo, the shipping gets charged later after the campaign is closed. But if you look on the campaign, I have estimated shipping costs there for the U.S., Canada, and rest of the world for a single book. So I don't know what you ordered, but if it's a single book, Canadian shipping is typically $30. Your postal rates have really gone up there in Canada. That's GameFound's process. Yeah, I think it's similar to Kickstarter too. I don't think they charge for the shipping until after it closes. There it is. Yeah, Dr. Mass says that was the thing with GameFound. You get an email later after the project closes to confirm being charged for shipping. Okay, cool. Nope, I'm going to keep selling it. You'd buy it in half a second if I said, oh, yeah, and there's going to be a little PVC figure in there. Bam! Off to the races. But I didn't say that. I'm just saying if I said that. Aviator is here. Beautiful. He's waving his hand to Chenoo 77. Great. All right. Well, you know what? There's still more people to get through here, but let's why don't we pull up the campaign, see what we got? No, let's do this. There we go. You don't need to see me that big. So I don't think I have to refresh on this. But I will. Let's see if it does make a difference. I guess it didn't. Okay, wow. We are just a few minutes in. We're at 4,042 and 64 backers. Okay, that's great. So let us go over what we have here. All right, here's our main cover, cover A. Gee, I wish this thing was smaller. You can't see the whole thing, you know, I got to constantly scroll. But so when you're looking at this cover, one of the idea behind the story is this is a prequel to the original Chenoo. Somebody calling me in the middle of my launch. How dare they? Sorry about that. This is a prequel. The prequel. So it picks up with that car that's stuck in the snow. Of course, some of you haven't read it yet, but basically, this trucker here, Hank Donovan, the blizzard of '77, which was one of those 1 in 500 year storms that hit Buffalo in 1977, is a trucker, and he is trying to navigate through the snowstorm. And he comes upon this car that's stuck in the snow and almost hits it. And he sees this thing in his headlights that runs off into the night. And he stops and he goes to see if people in the car need help. And what he finds is this gruesome scene of this couple that have just been torn limb from limb. And there on the back seat is a newborn baby. And so Hank takes the newborn baby and has to bring it to safety. And he ends up with a bunch of other people at a diner. And the Chenoo has followed him. And, everybody likes diner food, including the Chenoo. So he's trying to get to these people in the diner. And he has a motivation. He wants this child. And Hank is suffering from some past regrets. And he wants to protect this child at all costs. So that's the basic idea of the story there. So that's our main cover. We also have, I love this one. This is a 70s throwback style since the story takes place in 1970. I did the sort of that Marvel giant size look with the Compass Comics Authority that I used. I sort of used this trade dress on giant size two-fisted manly tails, and it worked great. So you got your 70s bombastic copy. I see lights up ahead, little one, looks like we're home free. Like Marvel used to do. I love that. And this is the 24-hour sketch cover I told you about that I drew on the CG Kings a few weeks ago. So I just scanned it in. You can still see, probably still see some pencils in there somewhere. Yeah, you can see the pencils over here. I don't think I erased too much. So this is really cool, I think. This is a 24-hour cover that will come down at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And after that, it'll only be found in the Ultimate Collector's Box. And this is the wraparound cover, the Virgin wraparound cover. So there's no trade dress on it other than the company name on the back side. And I'm going to do something with this, add like a foil to it or a sheen or some type of a coating to make it special. And this is only available in the Ultimate Collector's Box, the wraparound cover. It's the Chenoo coming off the ice of Lake Erie, towards the city of Buffalo. This is the surprise cover I mentioned when pledges hit the $100,000 level. And then this is foreshadowing the story that I want to tell when we hit that. Chenoo 1776. We have the Chenoo plushie available in the collector's box. This is like a 12-inch plushie. It's beautiful. He's holding a heart. It's cute too. And you get this mini poster with it as well. Only 500 are made. There's 300 available in the boxes. And the snow globes are back. We have a new version of the Chenoo snow globe, which will be signed by me. These are really cool snow globes. They have images on both sides, and you shake them up, and it looks like Hank and the Chenoo are right there in the snowstorm. That's available as an add-on. Of course, we have the challenge coin as well, the famous Compass Comics challenge coins, which I've been doing. We've had them for Monster Island, Ghost of Matacumba Key. What else we got? Joe Frankenstein, Sunshine State. I don't think I did Alien Alamo yet. And so this is the next one, the Chenoo. And this is really cool, I think. This is the Hank Donovan trucker hat. It's an actual styled trucker hat with the logo on it that he wears in the story, known as Mother Trucker. It's available as an add-on, good buddy. The first 100 backers get the front of the line shipping, regardless of what level you chose. Typically, Julie does perks by their levels, but for the first 100, those go out no matter what level they've chosen. This was the way I could handle the sign-up promise. They changed that when I set up the campaign originally, is when Indiegogo had revamped their website. And so I had to do something, so I figured I'll offer it to the first 100 backers, give it an incentive to get in line, get in there first. Okay, this is our 11th campaign on Indiegogo, so risks and challenges are minimal. Sometimes things can run a little late, like the current campaigns that are outstanding right now, Escape from Monster Island and Sunshine State. We've been waiting for the printer on their schedule to get them to us. But the good news is they have been shipped to us together. And those will arrive at the fulfillment center on Monday. So we'll do a quality control, look at the books, make sure they're all up to snuff, and then we'll begin fulfillment on those immediately. And there's the lovely Compass Comics team. All right, so here we get to our tiers. We have our Ultimate Collector's Box. And I'll show you what's in there. You get just about it. You get everything. You get cover A, you get cover B, you get the cover C, which is the 24-hour cover, the exclusive blood red wraparound. You get the signed snow globe, the challenge coin, the Mother Trucker hat, and the Chenoo plushie. The advantage of this is that it's going to save a ton on shipping. So if you want to get all that stuff, I mean, you're going to save a ton on your shipping costs in that box, because we've already measured it and everything, and we can get you a really good deal on that. Then we got our cover A and all the add-ons, of course. If you choose any of the stuff, if you let's say you want cover A and B, okay, you can choose cover A and add cover B to it. I tried to make it so you could add on whatever you wanted if you didn't want the entire, collectible box. And then we have the Chenoo Ketchup perk, which gets you, this is a first printing of the Chenoo. So it'll give you a Chenoo 77 as well, and you'll get the whole story there. But yeah, that is a first printing. There's only 500 of those available, those packets available. And then here's our stretch goals that we were talking about a little bit ago. At 10,000, we got this. Let me see if I blow this up. If it'll, yeah, there you go. Now you can see it. Isn't that a cool? How to Cook Heart is the book he's reading. This is a trading card. This image will change. I just used something. This was a sticker from the first campaign, but I haven't designed the the trading card yet. But that's just to show you as a placeholder. And then we're going to do this mini print. Is colored by Kelsey Shannon. I love this piece. The Chenoo chillaxing in a warm climate with a hottie. And then, as we mentioned, they have the 1776 $100,000 stretch goal added, and that's that. So let's scroll back up. Oh wow, we bounced up to 6,000 already just by going over this stuff. That's very cool. Very, very cool. Okay. So let's see what else is here. Grifter Surfer says, Chenoo, let's go. JP Rogan says, there's no such thing as spoilers. We all die in the end. That's true. Ooh, Cigar Gangster. Just back the all-in box. Backer 59. Cannot wait to read this. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. Dr. Mass wants to know, where are the Girls of Dimension 13 on your list of upcoming projects? The Girls of Dimension 13 was a book I wrote for Aftershock that they've gone into chapter 13. The rights are reverted to me and Brett. Brett Blevins was the artist on that. And so we have the rights, but they also have, if I publish it under Compass Comics, they're entitled to certain things. And I want to wait it out and see what happens with the chapter 13 filing. Excuse me. Because I'd rather not have to pay them anything, But it's on the back burner, Dr. Mask. It's really just a question of wait and see and figure out what happens. But that's a great book. Yeah, we'll do a monster wrap up. In November there, and we're gonna do a watch party. Shanth and Jetty is gonna set something up for us because he knows how to do that using some of the I guess third-party apps to do it. And this way, I think we'll be able to do a cool movie and not just some piece of crap public domain film. John, no, the plushie is not an add-on. A plushie is only in the everything box, because there's a limited amount, and I can't control it if I split them up. So, Headless Bourgeoisie says, backed. Thanks, Graham. No, thank you. Pity Ma. Ooh, backer 66. All in, baby. Hail, Graham Needed that snow globe and another plushie. Thanks, Pity Ma. You are so sweet. Thank you. Oh, Rick got the back of the collector box too. It's a great deal, guys. As I said, it's it's everything Chenoo, and it saves a ton on shipping. Yeah, Cover C is not an add-on because it's only up for 24 hours. But if you buy Cover C, you can add on any of the other covers you want while it's still live. And the plushie, as I explained, is only in the because they're a limited number, is only in the everything box. It's the only way we could do it and keep track of them without over promising. All of a sudden we get people, want 400 plushies, and we only have 300, and I can't make another batch of them. It would take over a year to get, for one thing, and I'd have to order at least 500 just to do it. So this is what we got, and hopefully you guys will get the everything box to get that. Gotcha. Dr. Mass says he has the Chenoo plushie. They're so cute and cuddly. Yeah, I love the kind of Valentine's Day heart. I debated on whether to have like a sort of a realistic heart, but I thought it would be cuter with the Valentine's Day heart, to go with the cuter look of them, The idea of something so terrifying being cute. It's sort of like, when you do stuff like this, the Wolfman was a terrifying character, and you got this goofy version, I'd like that kind of stuff. Pity Ma says my niece tried to get mine. Now she will have her own with her own copies. Nice. Way to hang tough there, not give it to her. True Chemo just backed. Beautiful. Surely you jest. I don't, and don't call me Shirley. That guy says, I look forward to my next trip into the Compass Comics universe. But for now, I must return to my crypt. Have a great day and happy Halloween. Thank you, Black Ice, for your support of our projects, and for coming out and being a regular on the 31 Days of Monsters as well. Have a great Halloween, and we'll see you again soon. I should fill the snow globes with real buffalo snow. Well, that would turn to water eventually. You know what I'm going to do, though? When we get a big storm coming off Lake Erie, I'm going to go down there and film it and show you guys what it's like when a storm is coming off Lake Erie. It's going to be really cool. Yeah, I got it, Marcus. I just haven't been able to deal with it yet with all of this going on. I'll get to it. I want to come on. Yeah, JP Roca. Watch party. Let's go. Yeah, Brett Blevins is great. It's great. That was one of the Girls of Dimension 13 was one of the projects that I pitched to Aftershock. I had pitched Alien Alamo, the Chenoo, and the Girls of Dimension 13. And they turned down the Chenoo and Alien Alamo, and they chose Dimension 13 and published it. And originally, Butch Geist was going to be the artist on it, but he wasn't able to hit the deadlines, and he had other stuff going on. So then I turned to Brett to see if he would be interested in it, because Brett is great at not only because Brett had done like Doctor Strange, just like Butch had, and Brett was really great at drawing pretty girls. And the whole pitch for Girls of Dimension 13 was Doctor Strange meets the girls of Apartment 3G. And he was the perfect artist for it. You know, I didn't want to draw it myself. I was still trying to get work from other companies, and I was trying to expand my portfolio as a writer, and not just be known as an artist. And so I only pitched it as a writer for myself, and then we were going to hire somebody, and that's what happened. And it turned out great. It's an amazing book. I'm hoping we can get it and print it. Pity Ma says, "Hail all you beautiful backers. Chenoo is my favorite. Then Joe Frankenstein with Monster Island." Okay, nice. A lot of people's favorite is the Chenoo. Got the cover A backer 4. Thank you, JP. Cole King. I don't back a lot of projects anymore, but no way I'm missing more Chenoo. Got cover A, the coin, and the hat. Thank you, brother. That is really appreciated. Rob Fells backed number 93, but who got to be backer 77? That's a good question. If 77 is out there, let us know. Cisco Beast was number 96. Any way to get the 20? No. The only way you can get it is a package with the 2. Got cover B and C. Thank you. Back. Okay. You got the sketch cover. Nice. Under the wire. Well, you got 23 hours left, so. I never go 60 days. I usually go 40, 45, and I have mine set for that. I think 60 days is too long. It becomes white noise. And that kind of 30-day closeout, seems like bullshit. Everybody knows it's not a closeout. So when this closes out at 40 days, 42 days, whatever it is, because I'm going to close on a Thursday, it will, it completely shuts down. The way I understand it, shuts down. And then what used to be called in demand will kick in like 2 weeks later, after they've collected all the addresses and the shipping from the live campaign. Then it can go into what I guess is the in-demand phase, where you can still get it. I'm not sure if they call it that anymore. There's a lot of changes, and we're all working through it right now. Is the plushie made with real Chenoo here? Yes. That's right. Rob's absolutely right. The Chenoo is not just for Halloween. He's the perfect Valentine's Day gift as well. And who doesn't love a Chenoo at Christmas, right? Underneath the tree. It's perfect. Bull Rush backed cover B, the 70s cover. Nice. Dr. Mass says, I always liked Brett Blevin's artwork, but his work on Dimension 13 was next level. It really was. It's really, really cool. Hi, James. Yeah, I think some folks were discussing this earlier up in the chat. After the campaign closes, they'll message you for and let you know they're going to charge you for the shipping. I have the shipping listed on the page. Let me just make sure that showed up here. All right, nice. We're at 7,000 already. I believe as we scroll down to the bottom here, there is something about rewards, this box. Stretch goals, add-ons, project timelines, refund scheduling. Where is it? I had on support. I had on here some challenges. I had on here sample postage. I don't know why that's not showing up. But just to, yeah, it's pretty much the same as it has been. For a single book shipped in the US is $10. To Canada, it's $30, and rest of the world is $40. You know, and those numbers don't change that much if you add on a book. You know, it's only sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's just a couple bucks, and it still falls within that window. So it's nothing crazy. As I said, the real savings is in the everything box. I don't remember what the total shipping for that was, but it's really not that much more than the than just a couple books. So when you're getting all that stuff together, it's a huge savings on the shipping. Marcus says Brett draws great women. Yeah, that's why I chose him. I think I make sure I didn't cover that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, shipping will be emailed to you after the campaign closes. It's the new normal. Yeah. I'm gonna drop the link in our green room. We'll have some bros and some kings on at 9 o'clock tonight, and really send this baby off into the stratosphere. John Porton's number 89. McLean 94 is 105. What was the book Blevins drew? The Girls of Dimension 13, published by Aftershock. Yeah, the shipping is not included in that total that's being run right there because it hasn't been collected yet. That's strictly pledge numbers that's up there, which I kind of like, to be honest with you. It gives you it's a realistic number. When they bundled it all together, it wasn't real. It wasn't real for the creator because all that shipping money was in there too, and it had to be used. Marcus got the catch-up perk. Nice. Cool Cotton says, good luck with the campaign. Looking at the covers right now. Beautiful. Yeah, check them out. Check them out. Bring that bad boy back up. And, if you guys are considering some of the higher end stuff like the ultimate collector's box, remember that stretch pay is available for that. That means you can pay it off in 4 increments before May, something like that. or the end of May. I forget what the date is, but it gives you plenty of time to pay it off, so it's not a big chunk out of your wallet or your credit card. He's back. It's 1977. I almost said 1777. The storm of the century is paralyzing Buffalo, New York, when trucker Hank Donovan comes across a scene of unimaginable horror. A car stuck in the snow, its occupant shredded to pieces. The only survivor, a newborn baby. Driven by a desperate need for redemption, he vows to protect the infant at any cost. But the snow hides a predator far worse than the storm, the Chenoo, a ravenous creature stalking the blood-soaked drifts, hungry for its next kill. Can Hank outrun his demons and the monster before it claims them both? Now, who doesn't want to read that? That is awesome sauce right there. I love the sense of depth in this cover too. You know, when you've been in a storm, in a snowstorm, you know, there's particularly if it's nighttime, you know, at night you lose depth perception anyway. But when there's a storm, you know, everything is really set back. And I like the idea of him kind of blurred back like that. I really love this trade dress. The great Eric Weathers did the lettering for this cover too. You know, I sent him an example of some Marvel monster book or horror title that they had. You know, I said, this is what I'm looking for. And he nailed it. Here's our 24-hour sketch cover, guys. Drawn live on the CG King show. This is will be available to the public for 24 hours till 1 o'clock tomorrow. And after that, it goes, well, it's already in the everything box or the Ultimate Collector's box, but that will be the only place you can retrieve it after 24 hours. And then this one, this is super cool. The exclusive Virgin wraparound cover, only available in the Ultimate Collector's box. And this will have like a foil enhancement or metallic something on it. You know, I'll talk to the printer because I want this thing to really sing and be cool. Then we're going to have a surprise cover by a guest artist when we hit 100,000. And that cover automatically goes into the everything box at no extra charge. And it will be about this storyline, which will be added also to the book. An 8 to 10 page story about the Chenoo at the Battle of Trenton in 1776. And the reason this is important to me is I wanted to do something. I wanted Compass Comics to be able to do something for the 250th anniversary, which is why if you look at the scheduled fulfillment date, it's June. That means I got to get everything done by May so that I can get it to the printer and get it back in June, because I want people to have these books in their hands by 4th of July. So this is a campaign where Nolan's nose is going to be to the grindstone, and particularly if we can hit that 100K quick, I won't have to be on as many shows promoting because we hit that number, and I can be focusing on getting the artwork done. So that is my goal. Here's our lovable Chenoo plushie. Only 300 available. And the snow globes are back as an add-on. These were really popular in the first campaign. They're signed by me, and they're really cool. And then the challenge coins. Got to have a challenge coin to match your other ones. And I'm getting me one of these mother trucker hats that Hank Donovan wears in the story. This book is the only independent comic with blood, guts, and plenty of heart. That I can guarantee you. There's the Compass Comics team right there. Me and the lovely wife. Gosh, I know I put something here about the the shipping, and I don't know why it's not showing up here. Refunds and cancellations. Project timeline. Go figure. I may add it if I can. I don't know if I can, but I may add it. Oh, wow. Look at that. We're at 7,832 with 113 backers. That's fantastic, guys. We hit our $500 goal in 1 minute and 36 seconds. That's outstanding. That's outstanding. John wants to know where it says backer number now. And Scar23 says if you look at your email, they send you a receipt. Marcus is back to navigating using the wife's phone. All right. Drive careful, my friend. Sorry for the asinine question. Oh, no question is asinine. But is Chenoo at all inspired by the Twilight Zone nightmare at 20,000 feet? No, not in the least. What it is inspired by is I live in the Buffalo area, and I was dropping my daughter off at Buff State University, which goes right by Lake Erie. The 190 crosses Lake Erie, where Lake Erie forms into the Niagara River. And it was a winter's day, and I happened to look out over the lake, and I noticed that it was really dark. You could tell that these storm clouds were coming over the lake, and that's what always happens. It's where Buffalo is situated, and we're on the east side of Lake Erie. Cleveland's on the west side, and it blows across the lake. And it's very dark and foreboding and ominous. And I was looking at it as I was driving by, and I'm thinking, geez, this would be a really cool setup for a horror story. I was always a big fan of John Carpenter's The Fog. And then when the fog would roll in, it rolled in with something in it, meaning these pirates, these ghosts. And so that was the real inspiration. It was like, well, what if this rolls in with something, So after I dropped her off, I went over to a local coffee shop, sat down, got on my iPad, and started researching, ice creatures and legends and all that kind of stuff, cryptids. And I discovered the Chenoo, which I had never heard of before. And a lot of people haven't either, which I thought was great because it's not like using the Wendigo, which, has been used a million different times. The Chenoo is similar to a Wendigo. It's a cursed soul. In the Chenoo's case, he has to eat the hearts of men to reclaim the warmth that he can no longer have. He's cursed because his soul has been scarred by some action that he had done. Typically, historically, it's cannibalism, which makes sense since he's eaten hearts of men too. And I thought, wow, that's cool. I can work with that, and that's where it came from. Chud Baby is beautiful. Thank you. John really wants the 1776 story added. Let's get to 100K and beyond and see if we can squeeze more 1776 pages from Graham. LOL. Hey, yeah. You know what? If we get there early, if we can get there like in the first 30 days, that would really set the tone. The Keep games, got to run to a meeting. Best of luck, Graham. Have a great Halloween. Chat and Graham, have a great Halloween, chat. And Graham, make mine Chenoo. Thanks, bud. Have a good meeting. John Porton loves cover C. I don't like being, listing spoilers, but I can tell you this. It's not Cecil. Actually, the artist hasn't been hired yet because we're nowhere close to it yet. IGG gives us a backer number that isn't on the order when you review your pledge. They have a completely different pledge ID. Which are you tracking, Graham? I'm not tracking anything. Indiegogo does the tracking. I don't know the answer to that question. James Murphy says, "Oh, it's a lot like Kickstarter now, where they take the money after the campaign funds." Okay, I guess I can live with that. I did like paying it up front and forgetting about it, but it's not unfamiliar. Yeah, I think is that what they do? Is that they collect the money after it closes? I know they collect the shipping after it closes, but I thought they collect the money too. The money initially from the pledge. Well, we just hit 8,000. Nice. Are there any cryptids or monsters in the Chenoo's universe? Well, the Chenoo is in the Nolanverse, so all those things are there. Frankenstein, Joe Frankenstein, the aliens from Alien Alamo, the monsters on Monster Island are all in that universe. Using local Indian tribes for Western New York for the lore. Well, the Chenoo is actually Algonquin, which is up Canadian towards Quebec, typically that area. So it also ties in with the Revolutionary War, since they fought the Battle of Quebec or the Battle of Montreal up there. And I've had, like, in the first Chenoo, there was a character who was a Seneca Nation member, and he had heard about the Chenoo. It wasn't part of his lore, but it was something that he could explain to other people. I love it. Thank you for breaking down your inspiration so extensively. It's a testament to your keen eye and crisp imagination. I'm sure you'd have launched into a 30-minute off-the-cuff talk. Oh, yeah. Shadowhawk Talk says he'll be backing next week. Congratulations on the launch. Thank you, sir. Katie did is here. She says, "Hail, Graham." Hail, Katie. Hey, I'd like to come on your show next week. Promote the book if you'd have me. That'd be great. I got to get into pitch mode. Okay, I think I got everybody covered here. Did I get this? 36. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we have cracked. We just hit the 1 hour mark. We cracked 8,000 in 1 hour. It's pretty good. That's pretty good, significant, and I want to thank all of you guys who have backed the project so far. It's a testament to your trust, and it's a testament to your support of independent comics, which, is everything to me. Yes, come by Monday or Friday morning. Love to have you. Sounds good. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, the congratulations belong to you guys, for making this happen, for getting excited about it. That's the whole key here, guys, is is translating that excitement that that we have for comics. You know, I was talking to Kevin Grievous, the writer. He's written stuff for Marvel, created Blue Marvel. He wrote the Underworld series in I, Frankenstein. Great guy. I had him on 31 Days of Monsters. We were talking about King Kong versus Godzilla. And we're like a bunch of 12-year-olds, you know, like, oh, and remember this, remember that, you know, and it's that kind of passion and love, which I hope never gets lost. You know, I'm 63 years old, but I still get excited, like about my Frankenstein toy. You know, look at that. You know, I get excited by great stories, great movies. You know, great comic books, and that's the kind of stuff I try to put into my products, my stories. You know, that excitement, the excitement that I have. I want it to translate through my storytelling to you so that you can see that this is a labor of love, that I had fun doing it, and hope that you have fun reading it as well. And that's the trick. That's the trick to it, is to keep that alive in you as you get older, because it's easy to get calloused and jaded. And you know, with everything that's going on in the world, and a lot of the crap that's put out there, you know, you get fed crap sandwiches long enough, you begin to think the crap is good, and it isn't. You know, somebody's got to come along and tell you the emperor's not wearing any clothes. And when you find something good, yeah, you really got to latch onto that and keep that, and remember that's the stuff that's that you're all about, that you're trying to promote and hold on to in a world that's trying to tell you there's nothing good out there, but there is. And in comics, in our comics gay community, in the independent comics community, there's a lot of passion, various levels of skill, but there's always a lot of passion in this purview here, and you guys have that passion as well, because you know it's easy to walk into a comic book store and buy something from the big two. It's an easy buy. You figure, oh, you know, I can count on this. You take a risk when you're buying something from an unknown quantity, you know. And to me, I love that. I love that bravery. I love that trust that you have, and I want you to know that I'll never break that trust. We have produced here at Compass Comics 11 books through Indiegogo, and every one of them has shipped, except the last two. But as you know, they're being shipped to us, and they'll arrive Monday. And the process of fulfillment, of course, will happen immediately on those. Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. I was so high for a moment. But I just want to thank all of you guys for coming out and backing this stuff so quickly. And you guys really mean a lot to me and to the rest of us that do this. I think we're going to sign off right now because I do have a cold, and I want to make sure I have a voice for tonight at 9 o'clock. Let's see where we're at. Do a refresh. I don't know if it does that. Yeah. Okay. So we're at 81.06 for our first hour, little over our first hour, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Tell your friends about this, please. Send them our way, and hopefully you guys that haven't backed it yet will do it tonight at 9 o'clock when we get together and have a fun time. So right, yep, that's without shipping. That's just pure pledges. 8,300 actually now. Oh, Sadler wants to know, have I ever thought about doing a sword and sorcery book? No, that's really not my wheelhouse. I'll be honest with you. I love reading it. I love reading Howard's work and stuff. But when it comes to drawing that stuff, I don't think I don't think I'm the right guy to do it. It's not something that flows out naturally. So I have not thought about doing that. I am going to do another Two-Fisted Manly Tales. I want to do that as a reoccurring book, maybe twice, 3 times a year, something like that. Be a shorter book, not giant size. It'd be like maybe 2 stories in it, maybe even just saddle stitched like a regular comic, and get different writers and artists to work on it. And then just have that be a regular comic that comes out, stories that celebrate toxic masculinity, like the Giant Size Two-Fisted did. I think that would be great. And I think there's a lot of guys biting at the bit to do those kind of stories. So it'd be fun. I mean, there may be a sword and sorcery story in there, but it won't be drawn by me or written. Bros Comics is some of the best comics. Well, thank you, sir. Cisco B says, LFG. Yeah. Let's do it. Space adventure book like Star Trek by Graham Nolan would be a dream come true. I got a lot of ideas, guys. I really do. The question is, I got to clone myself or I got to hire people out. There's no other way. What do you think? Should we hang here till we hit 9,000? I think we could do that, right? We're at 8,500. We should be able to hit 9,000 pretty quick. Then I can rest my voice. Oh, that's great to hear. Got the box. Want that plushie for my daughter. Thanks, Graham. Thank you. That's fantastic. I'm bitter about what Hollywood has done to Star Trek. Yeah. Star Trek's dead. Oh, Art Hit is here. Hi, Art. Graham, I've been looking forward to this one. Coolio. We got 125 backers. I couldn't remember if they showed the backer number there. That's good. Yeah. We had over 650 something people that were following the campaign, i.e. signed up. So hopefully when they get home from work today, they'll get their emails and they'll come in at 9 tonight and we'll really get this thing on fire. But I've always done these things, these kind of soft launches in the middle of the day. I like that, it breaks up people's days. And with today being Halloween, I know everybody's going to be busy later on. So I thought it would be a good idea to do this early on. Then people can go about their business. And then when all the fun and games is over for Halloween, we can all get together at 9 o'clock and really get her going. Oh, see, now this is good to hear. Everything in Hollywood is dead. Did see Del Toro Frankenstein. It was awesome. That's the movie that I am really, really looking forward to. I've been so disappointed by a couple movies that I was looking forward to. One was the Fantastic Four and the other was Superman. And I was just disappointed by both of them. But this one, I got high hopes. I really do. I got my fingers crossed. I like everything I've seen. And I know it's in good hands with this guy because he loves it. He loves Frankenstein. So, and people were starting to say who have seen it, that it's great. Nice. I might do that. Yeah. Actually, I think my voice is starting to get a little rough. So I am going to end it. I'm not going to wait for 9,000. I'm going to shut her down now. get some rest, and come back re-energized at 9 o'clock. Everybody that came in today, this afternoon for 31 Days of Monsters, and for our finale of 31 Days of Monsters, and for our launch of Chenoo 77, it is much appreciated. I can't thank you guys enough. I look forward to seeing everybody this evening, and keep the faith, and we'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day. See you tonight. Bye-bye.
What time is it?
5:30, sir.